Hey, we are live. Yay! I haven't gone live on this channel in like forever. Forever. Let me pull up my chat. Let me get everything going. I always have the worst time monitoring all the different comments. So right now, if you see me looking different places, I am live streaming on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Just get around talking to everybody, talk to my people. And so what is the purpose of today's live? First of all, can everybody hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can hear me. But today's live, I let me I have not been the best on social media. You know how sometimes you just, if you're an entrepreneur or you're someone that posts a lot on social media, you're an influencer, all the different things. Sometimes you just be like, you know what? I'm over it. Like you wish you could put up a post and just be like, buy my shit. I need some plants on my shelf. I do need plants on my shelf. I'm gonna get some. But I just had got burned down on social media and I hadn't really posted a whole lot lately, but I got a coach and they're like, look, you better post a video every day. You have a lot of stuff to say. People want to hear what you have to say. Go ahead and post these videos. So I posted a video on Monday explaining, quick video, what a CBD sexpert was. I posted a video yesterday talking about, no, I posted a video on Tuesday talking about, what did I talk about? No, yesterday. I'm getting all the days confused. On, if you took CBD, would you fail a drug test? That's probably, there's a few questions that come up all the time. People inbox me, DM me, send me on email, and all the different places. And if you go on the website, if you ever been on the website, it's a little chat box that pops up. Hi, can we help you? That's me. I'm the chat box. I am all of the things right now. We're still a small company and I'm doing all the things, which is going to change soon. But right now it's just me. So I got so many different questions about the different products. Like, what can help with this? What is best for this? What are the products that are definitely THC free and everything like that? So I said, let me come on here, do a video, and just run down every single solitary product that I have. I hope that you ask questions. You could jump right in. I'm gonna try to monitor all the things. I get a little, what is it, ADHD? What's the people that you can't concentrate when you look around a whole bunch of stuff? But I'm gonna try my best to keep up with the comments and the questions, but ask me the questions. They come up, you can save it to the end. I'm gonna read out some questions that people have submitted in advance at the end and answer the questions. So let's start off at the beginning. So I want to start off the first products group. So I'm gonna do everything in categories. So the categories are going to be tinctures, gummies, topicals, pre-roll and flower, and sensual. Of course, sensual. I'm the sex lady, so of course sensual. I'm gonna save sensual for last because that is my favorite one. And stay tuned because a couple of times throughout the live, I'm going to be saying a code that is only valid for tonight. I've already set it up on the website. You get 25% off your total order just until midnight. So it's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now until midnight. So for the next 6 hours, your order will be 25% off. Okay. So I don't know what, I'm on YouTube. People are spamming me with stuff. Why do people do that? Anyway, we're gonna start off with tinctures because tinctures are, I think, some of the best ways that you can incorporate CBD into a wellness routine. I use the tinctures, and when I say tinctures, some people say oil. So tinctures and oil, you're hearing me say those interchangeably, but it's the same thing. So for the tinctures, I have, and then one of the categories will be Delta 8. I'm going to talk about them in the different categories, but then I'm going to talk about them separately together. Okay, so for the tinctures, I do have all of my tinctures that are CBD are broad spectrum. So I have a broad spectrum sample size bottle like this. So you just want to try it out one time, even though some people they could take the CBD oil one time and they feel the difference. Some other people have to take it at least like a week long so that it's going through your body, getting your bloodstream good and circulating over a few days to actually feel the effects. So in this bottle is 50 milligrams of CBD. And when you start off with taking these different oils, CBD oils or tinctures, you want to start off slow. I'm going to say to start off with a normal bottle, start off with like a 500 milligram bottle. So I have of the broad spectrum tinctures, I have 500 milligram and also 1000 milligram bottles. All that means is in this bottle, there's 500 milligrams of CBD. I don't have one of the 1000 one is on my nightstand. I should have grabbed it. But it's the same size bottle, but it just means that there's 1000 milligrams of CBD in the bottle. Oh, is broad and full spectrum the same? No. So they're not the same. Let me tell you about, okay, so the hemp plant. So we know CBD is derived from the hemp plant. So when a farmer is farming hemp, say we have one farmer that farms hemp, one farmer that farms marijuana. Two separate different plants, but they're the same cannabis family. They're just grown differently so that the hemp plant has a high count of CBD. Marijuana plant has a high count of THC. So it just depends on what is the purpose of you growing this plant is, what you're going to come out with. So when the hemp farmer has the flower and extracts the CBD out of the flower, it's going to come out of the flower with a whole bunch of different parts. There's going to be some CBD, a little bit of THC, some flavonoids, terpenes, essential oils, all this kind of things. And then they bottle it up. So that is going to be a full spectrum CBD tincture because it has all of the different parts of the cannabis plant. Just it still has less than 0.3% THC because that's the only way it could be legal. So it's still going to have that, but it's going to have a little bit of THC. I don't have any full spectrum oils on my site. I used to, and I found that I have a lot of local customers, and I'm in DC. So in DC is a lot of government organizations, people that have clearances and stuff. So even though you have to take a lot of full spectrum oil to actually fail a drug test, the possibility is still there. So I carry broad spectrum CBD tinctures, which is the same thing. So we remember what the full spectrum was, all the different parts of the cannabis plant. But say we take just the THC out. So we still have all the good parts of the cannabis plant, and then we bottle it. That's broad spectrum. So it has the different parts, but no THC. That's what I like to carry. So I have broad spectrum. I personally take a full dropper full of 1000 milligram tincture oil every day. That's what I take in the morning for wellness. So people, I think the oils are underestimated. They're not the most liked way of getting CBD into your body because the CBD is all the same. It's just packaged and manufactured and put in different ways so that you can get it in your body. The tincture is not really the sexiest. Some people don't like the taste. It can have like a hempy taste. I don't mind the taste. Some people don't like the oil being in their mouth, but I think it's great. And the thing about it is that this bottle has not been opened in a long time. But when you take the CBD oil, you take it sublingually, which means that you take it. I'm gonna demonstrate. So I got a half a dropper full. I have put it under my tongue. Usually you would not be talking. I'm going to let it sit on the bottom of my mouth. I'm just going to swallow it for now. But I would let it sit in the bottom of my mouth so that it can be sucked in by all those membranes on the bottom of my mouth and get into my bloodstream quicker. See, that's the thing about taking the tincture sublingually. Why I said sublingually means under the tongue. That's why it's really great, because of the bioavailability. That's a fancy word to just saying how much is going to get in your body. So when I take this tincture and put it under my tongue, of course, I'm going to swallow just a little bit, but hold it underneath there for about 90 seconds or so. More of it is going to get in my bloodstream than if I chewed a gummy. It has to be metabolized, and some of it, I'm going to poop out. Some of it is going to be taken in, especially if you've eaten something recently. It's going to mix in with the food, and it'll be easier for you to poop something out. So you might not get the whole milligram strength. But with taking the tincture sublingually, you're going to get a lot of that CBD into your body. So that is, there's 500 milligram tinctures, 1,000 milligram tinctures. We have the sample size, and then we have the Delta 8 tincture. But I'm gonna explain the Delta 8 later. I'm gonna get into Delta 8 now. That's probably, besides essential stuff, the thing that I sell the most is Delta 8 products. You have tincture to help you sleep. Yeah, so the CBD itself is mostly the same throughout the different products. It just depends on how fast you want it to work. Your taste palette, how you want it to taste in your mouth. All of that is just going to be on preference. But taking the CBD in an oil, eating with the gummy, it's all going to get into your body. You're going to get the CBD into your body, and so a lot of people do take it, maybe a half hour before to go to sleep, and depending on how long it takes you to actually feel the effects. That's one thing I also want to mention with CBD products. People a lot of times ask me, how much should I take? Should I take a half a dropper? Should I take a whole dropper? Should I take 2 gummies? Should I take a half of gummies? It's trial and error. You're going to start off slow with a tincture, maybe take a half a dropper full. See how that works. The next day, if that worked good, take another half a dropper full. If it didn't, increase it slowly, because you're not going to overdose. You're not going to OD on CBD. All you're going to do is, you take too much, is that you're going to waste your money, because maybe you could have taken less and felt the desired effects without wasting it. Does that make sense? So you want to start off slow. I have a dosage journal sheet. I'll have to put that on I think I have a dosage video on my YouTube. I'll make sure on Instagram I post where you can find it. But I have a journal chart. It's really good to, when you first starting to take it, see how much it takes you to get the effect that you want. Write it down. What was the time of day that you took it? What was your symptom level beforehand? Like, I was super, super stressed out. I took a half a dropper full of 500 milligram CBD tincture, and then I felt a lot better. Maybe I started off at an 8, and now I'm at a 4. I feel a lot better. So it helps to journal, to track your progress with the CBD. And if you reach out, DM me, email me, I can send you the PDF of the journal that spells it all out, and you could do that. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about, anybody have questions on the CBD oils? So next I'm going to talk about Delta 8. Sheesh. Everybody loves Delta 8. So CBD is not going to get you high. It's not. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you relax. It can help you sleep. It helps with sex, get in the mood, get rid of all the problems of the day. But it is not going to get you high. Delta 8, on the other hand, so it's Delta 8 THC. You're like, THC? THC ain't legal for you to be mailing in the mail. Okay, so it's a certain type of THC. Remember I said that, did I say it already? Hemp is legal in all 50 states. When you derive this Delta 8 THC from the hemp plant, now that makes it legal. There's a lot more to it, and intricacies and everything like that, and laws and loopholes and stuff like that. But to get to the nitty gritty, it's legal because it's extracted from the hemp plant and not from marijuana plant. Okay, you with me? It's legal. It's some states where it's not legal anymore. But where I am, it's still legal. I have it on my website. So I have 3 different Delta 8 products. Now, one more thing I have to say, people are like, is it the same as weed? Like if I eat a weed gummy and I take this Delta 8 gummy, it's the same. That's hard to say because everybody's so different. You might have had, I remember I was with my friends one time. I had a little corner of an edible. I didn't feel nothing. My friend had a little corner. Yo, she was stuck like Chuck. So everybody is so different. But I like to say that Delta 8 is a THC light. That's what we like to say. It's THC light. If you take enough of it, you will feel the euphoria and feel really good. But I can't tell you how much of it it's going to take for you to get to that point. But on the website, I have the Delta 8 tincture. So same thing like I just talked about with the other oils. You take it sublingually, so put it under your tongue, let it sit there for about 90 seconds or so, and then you swallow. So in this bottle is 1,500 milligrams of THC. So that's that. Then I have 2 types of gummies, one that's 20 milligrams and one that's 50 milligrams. Now I'm telling you right now, with the 50 milligram ones, you might want to slow walk that one. Maybe take a half, see how it goes, and then maybe wait at least. Some people they take a whole gummy and they wait like 5 minutes. Like I don't feel nothing. Then when they take that second one 5 minutes later, and then an hour later, when it all gets together, gets in the body good, they're like, "Yo, I'm high as shit." No one told you to take 2 gummies in 10 minutes. So, oh, I forgot to talk about this. So tinctures, usually I can feel the effects of that pretty quickly. For me, like within 20, 30 minutes or so, I usually can feel it. With gummies, it can take up to an hour. If you've ever done edibles, you know that as soon as you eat it, you're not gonna feel it right away because it has to be metabolized. You have to eat it. You have to chew it all up. It gets in your stomach, everything like that. You will feel more of a feeling if you eat it on an empty stomach. I will tell you that because when you eat it with food, it can get with the other food and you could be pooping some of it out. So that's for the Delta 8 for those that like to be relaxed. So those are those products. Next, I'm going to talk about, I'll talk about gummies in general. So I do have, so we said that the broad spectrum tinctures are THC free. The regular CBD gummies are THC free also. So with the regular gummies, there's going to be 2 different kinds. One is, this says Delta 8 gum. You see these, I eat these, you can't see it, but it's only like 5 of them left. They say don't get high on your own supply. No, I eat them. So I grabbed the wrong gummies. So with the gummies, I have 2 kinds. One is just purely CBD. It's great for anxiety. It's great for I have a little zip. I should get a little fancy case, but I put them in a little Ziploc bag and I have in my purse. So if ever during the day, I'm like, feeling a little crazy, I'm getting a little stressed out, somebody that pissed me off at work, sheesh. Then I could take the gummy and it's tasty. I'm on a diet right now. So when I eat the gummy, it feels like I'm having a treat. But I usually take these during the day. Then the other kind I have is with melatonin added, which of course is for at night. So the kind with the melatonin, there is a 25 milligram and a 50 milligram one. And it just depends. It just depends on how much you need yourself. You're going to have to try it out. A lot of people start off with, especially the ones for nighttime sleeping, start off with the 25 milligram one. And then like, okay, I could just take one and I'm fine. If you find yourself taking 2 of them a night, then you might just want to step it up to the 50 milligram gummies with melatonin, because you're just basically saving money with, because it's by you taking 225 at a time, it's costing you more money than if you just took the 150 milligram gummy, if that makes sense. Now, what are the nighttime gummies good for? Really great to help you fall asleep, and really great to help you stay asleep. Okay? So, falling asleep, I would take one at least an hour before bed. You could try half hour, 45 minutes, an hour. You have to see how long it is for your body, specifically how long it's going to take for you to fall asleep. I like to take it an hour before I'm ready to go to sleep, so I know it's going to be good and working. If I'm using it to fall asleep. Now, most of the time, what I do if I need to fall asleep, I smoke. We're going to get into the pre-rolls, but I usually smoke a pre-roll and then I take a gummy before I go to sleep. Why? Because, like I said, the gummies take longer for you to metabolize them and get them in your system. So for those people that they say, I could fall asleep, but I can't stay asleep. If you're smoking, that's only going to last a couple of hours. The feeling of that's going to last a couple of hours. So that'll help me fall asleep. But to stay asleep, the gummy is still mixing in my body and doing its magic. So I say the gummies are really great for people to fall asleep and also to stay asleep. Okay, so that is the gummies. Do we have any questions on the gummies? Nope. Okay, so next I'm going to go to topical things. Hi, THC 420 shop. if you're here, say hey. But next we're going to go to topicals. So I like to talk about topicals. Let me pull all these over. A lot of people who are worried about, yes, these are all the products in my line. THC 420 shop asked if these are products in my line. Yep, this is my line, the Noir leaf. Let's see. Gloria said, I don't want to feel relaxed, but what's good for knee pain? So it's going to, when you take, say you take aspirin. I like using analogies when I'm explaining it because it makes it easier for people to understand. So say you break your hand or break your ankle or your back is hurting or you have a headache and you take whatever ibuprofen or over-the-counter medication. When you take it, like you don't have one for ankle, you don't have one for headache. When you take it, it goes to where the pain is. So just like CBD. So the way CBD works is that it I'm not going to I'm going to make it in a simplified work because it could get real. I could talk for how it works for about an hour, talking about the endocannabinoid system, how we make our own cannabinoids, the different receptors in our body that it interacts with. But basically, when you take the CBD, it's going to go to where something is wonky and it's going to make it better. So if you're taking it to be relaxed, you could take a CBD gummy. If you're taking it for pain, you could take a CBD gummy. Now, when I have pain, what I do is a combination. So we're talking about topical, so that's perfect. I like this roll-on, the Relief roll-on. So it looks like old-timey roll-on deodorant. So you roll it on and it is, not upside down. Too much came out. I rub it on. I use this very often on my back and my hip and my butt. I have sciatica really bad. And so for my sciatica, I like to take the THC tincture and the Dosage THC tincture, and I use the roll on my back and my hip. That makes it feel better. So this is definitely, everybody loves this. You go on the website, there's reviews of everything. None of the reviews I have put up there, they're all from other people putting up the reviews, so you can read the reviews. But I would say for pain, it really depends on the severity of the pain. If it's something that is just hurting a little bit, you might do fine with just the roll on. When it goes on, it has a cooling sensation that's going to help work right away. And then while the CBD, so while you have the cooling helping you feel better, the CBD is being absorbed by your skin and getting down into the area that is in pain. But if you're someone that has like high chronic pain, you're going to want to take something that's going to get into your bloodstream and probably do the roll on top. I would take the CBD oil, something. I'm Gloria. I don't know if you want a THC oil. I don't know if, I don't think you get down like that, but you might just do the regular broad spectrum oil on a daily basis. It's, if you have chronic pain, taking something on a daily basis is going to be really great. It's going to be a lot better than just taking it sporadically. If once you're taking the CBD oil and it's feeling good, you want to keep the party going. Keep the party going. Keep taking it. You could play around with your dosage to find what I like to call the sweet spot. Once you find that, then you'll be good. But so it just depends. But if you have any more questions, send me a message. And I can go into it a little further if you like, because it's different pains. For me, THC is really good for like nerve pain and things like that. So that's why I use it for my sciatica. I like the THC tincture better. Seems to work better for that pain for me. But for my menstrual cramps, I use my I use a cup. I'm gonna get into the cramps later. Okay. So that was the Relief Roll-On Gel. Definitely the number one thing I have for pain. Second topical thing I have is a CBD lotion. And I'm also going to talk about the massage oil at the same time. So these are going to be products, of course, that you're rubbing on your skin, but the CBD lotion makes your skin feel good. It's also great for people that have like psoriasis, any skin conditions, because that's basically inflammation of the skin. And CBD, as we know, helps with inflammation. That's how it helps with pain. That's why it helps with the stuff I'm going over. Essentially, it helps with vaginal pain, because it's going to quiet down that inflammation. So that's what psoriasis and what's that? Eczema. So I have a lot of customers that have kids or them themselves that have these skin issues. They said the lotion has been the best thing ever. And a few of them that have it real bad, again, they take some tincture orally and use the lotion or the massage oil on the skin. What city I'm in? I'm in DC. Let's see. And CBD is great for rubbing it on your skin because it helps regenerate skin cells. So it's going to make your skin feel really good. Both of these have really good ingredients. I'm not going to run down all the ingredients, because I don't know all of them off the top of my head. I didn't refresh my mind looking at them. But I use the massage and body oil. This is in the sensual. This is more sensually, but I use it topically as just like a body lotion. How I use this when I'm not using it as a massage oil with my partner. I'm trying to get my words good. Like when I'm not about to have sex. I use it a lot when I get fresh out the shower. It's great. Fresh out the shower. I'm still a little damp. I'm going to rub this on. This massage oil is a combination of 2 different cannabinoids. So the cannabinoids are the different parts of the hemp plant or cannabis plant. So this one has CBD and one of the minor cannabinoids, CBG, which it helps with pain also. So this is also great if you've been working out, you want to rub some on, something light, get the kinks out and everything like that. I suggest the body oil, the lotion, the roll-on. Those are good for slight kinks and things like that. But we're going to talk about this in the sensual part too, because it's awesome for a massage. Rub your body, rub your partner all down. I love it. I love it. Oh, Lori, thanks. She said I look good, girly. So that is the massage and body oil. The last two things I have topical. These actually I pulled these out of my purse. I didn't have any extra because that my products aren't at my house. They're at our shipping warehouse where our shipping person comes in every day and mails everything out, and they're at the store. All of my products are not at my house, but I do use everything. So usually I have an example of everything at home. First thing is the lip balm. Oh my God, the lip balm is awesome. When you combine CBD and then beeswax and hemp seed oil and coconut oil, it's just like everything. This winter was rough. It was cold as shit here in DC. So the lip balm came in really handy. And also, I talk about sex. You don't want to give nobody no head. You don't want to kiss nobody. Your lips all chapped up. You looking like Pookie from New Jack City. Not good. And I know that with the CBD lip balm, I don't have to apply it as often as I do other ones. I don't know if you're like me, you ever noticed that you're putting it on all the time? It seems like every couple of hours, like regular lip balm or regular lip stuff, I'm putting it on a lot. This, you don't have to put it on a lot. So this is the CBD lip balm. This thing is all beat up. Some of the words didn't came off of the bottle. This stays in my purse. This is a CBD and lavender roll-on. I'm someone that suffers from anxiety. I think most of America and extra anxiety if you're Black. And so this comes in handy when I'm feeling super stressed, like the world is coming down on me and I just need a moment. I could just rub this on. I smell it. CBD is absorbed in my wrist. A lot of times I put it on my temple. Sometimes I put it on the back of my neck. And I just sit and take it all in. This thing has saved me. I might have got a charge by now. If I didn't have this, I just need to sit down for a moment, get myself together. I rub it on. I smell it. I let the CBD soak into, especially my temples. If I feel like a headache coming, I'm going to rub this on, and I rub this in my temples. It helps a lot. So this is the lavender and CBD roll-on. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So those are the topical products. Anybody have any questions about anything topical? So topical is just things that you rub on your skin. A lot of people ask me, does it matter if it has a little bit of THC in it or if it's TH free if I'm using it topically? No. If you're worried about taking a drug test, just rubbing something on your skin, normally it's not going to get in your bloodstream. You're going to use something topically and just going to soak into your skin a little bit, or you're going to rub it on a certain part of your body, and it's just going to be localized. And to that point, it's not going to get in your bloodstream. You don't have to worry about topical stuff. You're going to worry more. You're going to worry about things that you smoke and things that you ingest. That's what you're going to worry about. Okay. So next we'll do pre-rolls and flour. Yes. So I have 3 types of pre-roll. What is a pre-roll? For those people who don't know how to roll, like me, I can never roll. And plus it seems weird when people is like spitting all over it. You be sharing, like, people still do that in these COVID streets. Do people still smoke? Well, I guess does the fire kill it? But are we still smoking other people's licked on, blunts? I don't know. Let's see a question. Is there a suggested dose for conditions like eczema? No, I don't have a suggested dose. I just know it's just going to be trial and error. Like I said, I have some clients that have eczema or psoriasis, and some of them just use the lotion, especially the lotion or the massage oil by themselves. And then some people still take the CBD oil every day also. So it's working from the inside out. So really just got to try it out and see. Carly said, I can't roll either. It's nasty. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't want to, THC stop said the weed kills, 420 Shop says the weed kills the germs. Now I don't trust it. So I have pre-rolls. So you don't have to worry about rolling it. It comes rolled. I have a pre-roll machine. I load my cones in there and I grind up all of the flour and I put it on there and it shakes it real hard and shakes all the flour down in there. I can make 55 pre-rolls at a time. That has saved my life because I used to hand pack them, which is that shit got old real fast. So now I have my pre-roll machine. So I have 3 types of pre-rolls. One is so 2, let me break. So 2 of them are CBD and herb blends together. People like, can you smoke herbs? Yes. It's some people that just, when I say herbs, I mean like actual herbs like chamomile, lavender, and damiana and things like that. People actually do smoke herbs. And when you mix the right herbs with the right CBD, I love it. So 2 of them that I have, they're half CBD, half herb blend. The first one is for sex. It's for sex. It's called Carnal. Oh, that sounds sexy. Like, that just sounds like you want to rip somebody's clothes off. Carnal. Yeah. So the Carnal is half CBD and half an erotic blend of herbs. So it's damiana, horny goat weed, maca roots, things like that. That's going to entice you to want to have sex. Because sometimes you just have you want to have sex, like in your head you want to have sex, but the desire to actually want to have sex, does that make sense? Sometimes it's not there. Like in my head, I might be at work and be like, when I get home, I'm going to have sex tonight. And then when I get home, I'll be like, the DVR look real good right about now. The DVR look real. Sometimes the DVR wins. But we're going to talk more about centrally how to use it. But a lot of times when you take a CBD product, especially this Carnal one that has the erotic herbs with it, it's going to help you build that desire so you can, get your swerve on. So that's the Carnal one. The second one I have is called Night Night. It's kind of self-explanatory. So that has a herb blend that's calming, has lavender, it has chamomile, it has things like that to add to the CBD. That's more of a calming effect. So you'll want to smoke that before you go to sleep, or you could just had a long day and you just want to be relaxed. So that's the 2 kinds that are CBD and herb blend. Carnal and Night Night. Carly said, I want the Carnal. Oh, let me pop, is because y'all might be on my website already scrolling. So the code to get that is only valid tonight. I forgot to turn the code. The code is She's Live. I is she. She's Live. SHESLIVE. If you use that code tonight, then your whole order is 25% off. And it shuts off promptly at midnight. It's a scheduler in the website that does it. So that's the code tonight. She's Live. Oh, let me because somebody might come on here and see. Oh, I can't adjust it. Can I edit it? Oh yeah. Okay. So I want to put 25% off tonight. Okay. So that's the code. She's Live. And that's just for tonight. Okay. So like I said, we have the 2 pre-rolls, Carnal and Night Night. They also come in a full size, and then they come in this size that they're called mini pre-rolls or dog walkers. I had never heard of dog walkers, but this is an actual term that people use for the little smaller The light is bright. Can't really see it. I'm trying to move it. The website is thenoirleaf.com. THENOIRLEAF.com. If you go to my sex stuff, I'm talking to somebody on Instagram. My sex stuff with Shani, and you hit the link tree, you'll see the link for it there. But it's thenoirleaf.com. So the dog walkers, somebody smart invented these and was like, you know what? While the dog, I just want to hit this joint a little bit on my walk. Then I'm gonna take it back into the house. That, it makes total sense. Total sense. Carly's asking, do you have it in store or just online? So the only thing that's not available in our stores. So for those who don't know me, I have two adult stores. I like to call them erotic boutiques because we fancy. Heart's Desires, one in Suitland, one in Adams Morgan. Hey, Bougie Blows. So we have two stores. The only thing I don't have in the stores are the pre-rolls and the hemp flower, the bulk hemp flower. I don't have either of those in the store because, the block be hot. So those you do have to order online, but everything else is in the stores. So I find myself smoking these all the time. I was going to say I smoke more than I sell, but I don't. I still sell more, but I smoke a lot of these because I hate, most of the time, I don't have to smoke a whole pre-roll. Once I take 3 or 4 puffs, I'm usually good, maybe 5 puffs. So the dog walkers are perfect if you're someone that just needs a few puffs, whether it's to, before you have sex, relax, you had a bad day. That's this one. So these are the mini dog walkers. Then the third kind of pre-roll I have is that ooh-wee. That ooh-wee. So that one is going to be a THC little a. So, which is legal. I can still send it to you. So it's kind of like the Delta 8. If you were here earlier, I talked about Delta 8, how it's kind of like a loophole because it's extracted from hemp plant, so it falls into the whole legal arena of cannabis products. So this flower that I get, that I call it the ooey. The farmer, I get all of my flower from a woman-owned farm in Maryland. I drive about an hour. Well, lately I've been getting it in the mail, but I used to drive because I did like going to the farm. It's like a whole different world. It's about an hour outside of DC, and I would go and drive there and pick up all my flower and look at the farm and look at the animals. I liked it. So that's where I get all of my flower. But she has it all third-party tested. Test results are on the website. But that ooh-wee, so it's THC in a little a. So what the little a is THC acid. So THCA is still legal. So now if you take, so this is the ooh-wee, this is the bulk. This is the 3.5 grams or an eighth of ounce. So let me just show you one of the buds. I didn't feel that I just put one. So it looks like weed. Smells like weed. It smells so good. Like you're gonna open this up and just be smelling it. So I could eat this myself. A lot of people do eat THC little a. They eat it raw. They put it in different recipes. They grind it up, everything like that, without lighting it. And it does have a lot of medicinal benefits, but that way it won't get you high, right? But once you light it, so really quick, THC before it's full grown THC is THCA. And as it's out in the field and it mature and the sun is cooking it, or it's indoor grown and the lights are cooking it, that's when it matures into regular THC. But if you pop it out before it's mature THC, it's going to be THCA, which is legal. But once you fire it up, once you light it, it turns it into THC. That's a loophole there. Let me stop saying too much before someone send my video to the police. But that is the ooey. So that one, you will fail a drug test. You will definitely fail a drug test because the drug test doesn't know if it is this legal type of THC that you bought, including Delta 8. It doesn't know if it's legal THC or it's not legal THC. On the drug test, it's not going to specify whether it was Delta 8 THC or Delta 9 THC. So Delta 9 is going to be weed. It's not going to know the difference. You're going to fail. So that's what I have. Are the gummies, jelly beans, gluten free? You know what? I think it was, yes. So the gummies, I have to check about the jelly beans. The jelly beans offhand, I don't know. The gummies for sure are vegan and gluten free. I know that for sure. The jelly beans, I have to refresh my brain and look at the description. But I could look it up for you, Lori. So what was I saying? Oh, so that's the 3 types of pre-rolls I have. Carnal, night, I had a brain freeze. Night, or the ooh-wee. You can get the ooh-wee, like I said, in bulk hemp flower. And you can also get the bulk hemp of the carnal pre-roll is made with a sangria strain of CBD. I sell that bulk. And then the night pre-roll is made with the Dawn. That's the strain of it. I sell that bulk. So a lot of people, the most thing I sell bulk is the one that go figure. A lot of people they don't like the pre-rolls or even the mini pre-rolls. They want to put it in their pipes and smoke it. A lot of people mix it. Someone that buys weed, everybody doesn't have a medical card. Some people just mix this in with the weed to just stretch it longer. Times is child with these gas prices, people need to stretch it a little longer. So some people use the bulk flower to stretch it. I know people that do that. I know people that buy my bulk sangria or the Dom because they want a 1-to-1. If you're someone that's ever been to a dispensary or someone somewhere that sells legal items, you'll see stuff where it's a ratio, how much CBD to how much THC is in it. If you don't have a medical card or maybe the dispensary prices you just don't like, they too expensive. I get a lot of people say that they buy stuff for me because even though it's legal where they live at, the shit's expensive. So you might make your own 1-to-1. So you might buy the CBD from me and to get your weed from, Bam Bam down the street. I don't know where you get it from. I don't want to know. Don't send me Bam Bam number unless he wants to wholesale some flour from me and make some 1-to-1. But some people like that. The CBD with the THC, smoking it together gives a lot of people a calmer high. It's for some people they get, like for me, just smoking regular ass weed, I get paranoid and it makes my anxiety even worse. But when I tried a 1-to-1 blend and smoked it, I felt a lot better. So those are ways that you can use the bulk flower. So that's pre-rolls and flower. We did that category. Lastly, my favorite, sensual. So with my sensual product, so let me start from the beginning. So when I first formed this company, I just wanted to have a company that talked about CBD. Let me start over. I formed this company because I started taking CBD products and I was getting it from different places locally. And the people, when I would go in the store, like no one knew what they was talking about. Nobody could really help me. It got super, super, super annoying. And I couldn't understand the labels. And I was like, this is crazy. But it was really helping. When I was finding the right kinds, it was helping me. And then the more I talked about it, other people like, child, my anxiety, my menstrual cramps, helping me sleep at night is getting so much more better. And a lot of Black folks that I was talking to, they ain't know what CBD was. They thought it was illegal. They thought it was the same as weed. People didn't know what it was. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a company just because I believe in it so much. Getting off all of these, over the counter and prescription drugs that all they do is, have all these different side effects and is making you worse and breaking your body down and, all these Tylenols and Advils and aspirins. Like, that's just not good to take all the time. And I was taking a lot of it. So I said I wanted to start a company where I can talk to Black folk about CBD and why it was really good. We dying. We so stressed out. We dying. And, there's natural, healthy things that we could take to really help us with our stress levels and anxiety. But then I dropped my own lube line. And then everyone wanted me to talk about sex and CBD. They was like, well, you because people knew I knew sex. They're like, talk sex and CBD, talk sex and CBD. So then my business coach at that time was like, child, don't nobody want to hear you talking about anxiety and CBD. They want to hear you talk about sex. So that's when I rebranded my company into a sensual CBD company where I still sell all the same stuff. But most of the time I'm talking about how it relates to having better sex, how having lower stress levels equals better sex, how having lower pain levels, you can do some strange things in the bedroom, when that trick knee ain't hurting, having a better night's sleep. When you have a better night's sleep, you're not going to be irritable. You're not going to be snapping on people. You're probably going to be a lot nicer to your partner. You're probably going to have more energy to get it in. So that's why I talk about how all of these things help your sex life. But I also got some stuff that's just for the sex. So let's talk about all of that. So I already talked about when I in the topicals situation, I already talked about the massage and body oil, CBD, CBG. I have it in the big bottle, 8 ounce, and also in a 4-ounce bottle. This massage and body oil is awesome. I love using it with my partner. I especially like it when my partner uses it on me. I'm someone that just likes to be touched and rubbed and feel the affection. And when rubbing this CBD and CBG massage oil, like it's already helped relaxing me. It's putting me in a mood. Maybe he gonna bust out a toy, rub it on some of the parts, especially my shoulders always. I think I hunch a lot. I think when I'm at work, I'm hunching. So my shoulder is already hurt. The top of my neck the bottom of my neck is always hurting. So maybe you're gonna bust out a toy and rub on it. Some things, I ain't gonna tell you everything that happens in the Hart household. But I love the formulation of the oil, even just besides the CBD. It makes my skin feel so great. Like I said, I usually use it when I'm fresh out the shower, fresh out the bathtub, and rub it on, especially if I'm going to go to sleep or have sex, because it's helping me calm down. That CBD is going to get into my skin, help me calm down. So that's the massage oil. Next, we have lube. I love lube. I have a mantra that I have it on a t-shirt too. It's better to have lube and not need it than need it and not have it. That is my mantra, because I don't know who came. This light is so bright. I don't know who said that all of our coochies should be like Niagara Falls all the time. It doesn't work like that. It does not happen like that. Like we grown ass women. Like, even if you're not old, I'm over 40. My hormones have changed. Things have changed as I've been in my 20s. A lot of times my brain is saying, yeah, we about to get it in. But my body is like, nah, we dry down this joint. But lube to the rescue. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to try to force it in. Dry sex. Blah. Not good, not pleasurable. And plus you want to make sure everything is gliding and sliding real easy, because if you don't, that's where a lot of pain comes in. These little micro tears. When stuff is not lubricated enough, whether it's lubricant, your own body's lubrication or lube that you're adding, When it's too dry, you're going to have these little tears. It's going to hurt. That's an easy way for bacteria to be able to get in your body. We don't want that. No. Not, So having lube is going to be great. Now, I have two different kinds of lube. One is a water-based lube and one is an oil-based lube. Main differences is that the water-based lube is going to be, oh, this is an empty bottle. Why didn't I grab a real, I don't know why I didn't grab a real bottle. I have bottles that sit behind me just for shits and giggles and show. Why did I bring a real bottle? Well, this is a big giant bottle of it because I don't sell it a big giant bottle like this, but this is what I have at my house to use. Judge your mama, not me. But so let me put it on my finger. So you see it's clear. It's running down. Nice and slippery. But it's made out of water. So I love water-based lube. One, because it's condom compatible. It's toy compatible, all different toys. It's easy to clean up. Those are probably the main benefits of the water-based lube that I hear a lot. A lot of people like it that it simulates your actual natural lubrication. Then we have the slide, which is oil-based. So it's going to be a little like greasier. I like the oil-based because it lasts longer. That's one of the things. The water-based is made out of water. Your body is mostly made out of water. So when you use a water-based lube, you're going to have to reapply it. If you're having marathon sex, you can use water-based lube. Don't get me wrong, but you're going to have to apply it more and more. If you know that you would like some marathon sex, the oil-based lube is going to last a lot longer because, like I said, the water-based gets absorbed, but an oil-based lube kind of sits on top of the skin. Instead of being absorbed in the skin, it kind of sits on top. So it's going to last longer. You could not use latex condoms with an oil-based lube. No latex condoms at all. So that's one of the differences also. I use this one with my toys. I use oil-based lube with toys. Some people are going to say different things, but so those are the two different type of lubes. What are they good for? They're good for people that have painful sex, people that have like vaginismus, endometriosis, super tight pelvic floor muscles, things like that. Any type of pelvic pain, vaginal pain, it's going to be great because it's going to reduce the inflammation in your muscles. So you can have painful sex. You can not have painful sex. I love it when I get people that, send me messages or reply my emails like, oh my God, I have not had pain-free sex in years. One time somebody's husband emailed me and was like, thank you so much for making this. My wife never wanted to have sex because it hurts. And now using your lube, we can have sex. And I like to say that, let me tell you how to use it. So you're going to use this like a marinade because your body has to absorb it. So you're going to use the lube vaginally or anally, whatever one you like. And you're going to let it sit in there for about 20 minutes or so, depending on your body. And the inside of the vagina and the inside of the anus has all these mucosal membranes, and it just like sops it up. It's awesome. It sops it up. It gets into your body, gets into your bloodstream. It's going to help relax you, help relax the muscles. Also, CBD is a vasodilator, which is a fancy word for it speeds up blood flow. More blood flow to the parts down there is going to mean that everything is going to be more sensitive. Everything is going to be, it's going to be heightened to pleasure, which is, that sounds really good for sex, right? So that helps. Also, I mean, you still need the lube. The lube part is still the awesome part, but all the other parts that go with it increase pleasure. It helps a lot of people orgasm better because you're going to rub it all over your vulva, inside your vagina. You can rub this everywhere to increase the pleasure. So that is the lube. Next is the suppositories. Love, love, love the suppositories. They look like, this is mine. So I have 3 left. I already used 2 of them. Let me talk about sex first. So they are great for anal sex, pre-gaming. Shove this thing up your booty. I'm not really good with lube and anal sex and getting it high up there. I don't know. I could get it around the rim part and everything really good, and I can put it in there. But this, putting the suppository all the way up there, it's going to melt. Yeah, your body is going to absorb it, and it's awesome. It's going to help relax them sphincter muscles. A lot of times when we're about to have anal sex, especially if you're nervous, they're like, you're going to be all clenched up. Like, you want to be nervous. You want them sphincter muscles to be to be stress-free and relaxed. It's gonna be more pleasurable that way. Same thing. They have CBD, and this one also has CBG in it, so it's going to increase the pleasure anally. Also, vaginally, same thing. You insert it vaginally. Wait about 20 minutes because it's going to be melting and absorbing the body. Also great for pain-free sex. Also great for menstrual cramps. There's a lot of receptors that the CBD interacts with and CBG will interact with, and they're right there in the pelvis region. So when you put the suppository right up there vaginally, it's going right there where it needs to. So when you're having these menstrual cramps, these uterine cramping, like it's like, it's angry, back and forth, it's angry. It's going to help with the inflammation. It's going to help cut down those cramps. It's awesome. As soon as I have to start on day 1, I don't have any pain. Day 2, best believe I have to put one on. So I usually use 2 a day. I only have to take, me personally, on day 2 and day 3. Nikita, sex coach. Hey. So I only have to take it on day 2 and day 3. That's when my cramps are absolutely worse. I usually take one in the morning when I wake up and take it at night before I go to sleep. And for me, that works. So I have really great results with people using for the menstrual cramps. There's a subscription service on the website. So most of the things that are subscribed to are the suppositories for menstrual cramps and for sex, and the gummies. These are the top 2 things that people get on subscription. And when you get some of those subscription, of course, it's a cheaper price. And it gets mailed to you every month, and you don't have to think about it. Okay. Any questions about the suppositories? Anything so far? Okay. So next is my highest bought item. That's not how you say that. My most popular item is the Spark Arousal Oil. So it comes in this little jar. You might be like, what the hell, that little ass jar? But a little goes a long way. What you're going to do is take 1 drop and boop, drop it on your clitoris. You could do 1 or 2 drops. Test it out first and see. And it's another one in the box. How many damn bottles of this do I have? It has a little, let me drop it off. I drop it on my foot. Has a little dropper to it. So you're going to drop it on your clitoris, and what it's going to do is going to make it tingly. It's going to make it warm. It's going to bring more blood flow to the clitoris, which of course, like I talked about before with anal sex, more blood flow to an area makes it more sensitive. How long does suppositories take to absorb? For me, about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes and I'm good. So once the clitoris is sensitive, this is great. It's called arousal oil because it does help with arousal. So we have desire, which is like the wanting to have sex, and the arousal is the response. Arousal is what's happening next, what your body does. Your body's going to, the heart rate starts to beat faster. Your natural lubrication starts, the vagina elongates. There's lots of different things that happen in the arousal process. And sometimes we need some help getting to that point, getting aroused. Like our body is not doing the things. In our head, we know we want to have sex, but the arousal part is not happening. So when you have this heightened sensation on your clitoris, which is the part that most people with vulvas experience a lot of good pleasure to, then it's going to help. It's going to help speed the process of the arousal. So that's why it's called Spark Cbd Arousal Oil. So it comes in the 5 milliliter bottle in this cute box. I designed the box. Or it comes in a 1 ounce. Before I just had the 5 milliliter, and people was writing in saying they loved it, they used it. Because you can use it when you're about to have sex, when you're about to masturbate. You know, you can use this anytime. You don't have to be with a partner. So people said they loved it. They wish that it came in a larger bottle. So now I have a 1 ounce bottle of the Spark. My best product. I love you, Spark. What do I have left? I think that's it. I think I went through everything. Oh, lastly, I have some bath bombs. But that's, I don't really have to talk a lot about bath bombs. You drop them in the water, they fizz. I love sitting in the bath. My favorite pastime. Drop a bath bomb, light up one of my dog walker pre-rolls, and I'm just laying there. I don't know. It makes me feel like a boss. I don't know. And I got my music playing. I have my candles on. I really feel a whole lot of joy when I feel like I'm doing self-care to myself. Like just the act of doing the things makes me feel better, if that makes sense. So the CBD, when you drop the bath bomb in, the CBD and the essential oils and everything is going to be mixed in with the water. So it's going to be absorbed by your skin. And then the essential oils in there mixed with the warm water. So you'll be smelling the smells and it'll be getting your skin. Awesome experience. I have I have a bunch of bundles on the site where you can get this and this and this, and putting them together. They're cheaper than buying them by themselves. So check out my bundles category. And like I said earlier, if you're just joining in, if you use the code She's Live, SHESLIVE, for tonight until midnight Eastern Standard Time, is 25% off of your total order just for joining me live. I'm being forced to go live every week. So this is my first live. I'm going to be going live every Thursday talking about a different topic. But I just wanted to start off with talking about the product line. And then this video will live on my YouTube. I'll go back and watch it and put on a timestamp. Say, if you want to hear about gummies, go to this part. So that'll be on there. And just if you have any questions. Oh, people had already sent in questions. Let's see. I'm going to answer a couple questions. Which products on the site are absolutely THC free? They said they can't have no THC in nothing. They don't want to take no chances. So the things that have absolutely no THC in them, no way, 000, are the broad spectrum tinctures, 0 THC, both the 500 milligram and the 1,000 milligram, no THC. The gummies that are non-Delta 8, so it's on the website, they say CBD infused gummies, and the other ones say CBD gummies PM. I believe that's how it's worded. One for nighttime, one you could take anytime. Those are 100% THC free. Both of the lubricants are THC free. No THC in either of these. And then the Spark Arousal Oil is THC free, 100%. And some of the topical ones are too, but that doesn't really play a part in failing the drug test because it's not going to get into your bloodstream getting something rubbed on topically. But those are the things that are 100% THC free that you're going to be smoking or well, nothing I have smoking is THC free. The Carnal and the Night have less than 0.3% THC. So, but they're not THC free. So you want to pay attention, like I said on my video, if you're taking a drug test, you want to pay attention to anything that you're ingesting, where you're taking it orally, anally, or vaginally. You're ingesting it into your body, or that you're smoking. That's when you really want to pay attention to if it's THC free or not. Okay, so the next question was, what is your best product for butt stuff? I like when people say butt stuff. So to me, the best product is definitely the suppositories. This is the anal pregame champion. You could also use, I wouldn't use the water-based lube. I don't like suggesting water-based with anal because you're going to have to reapply it so much. But the slide lube, because you can use the suppository, get things going. Maybe you have a marathon anal sex and you're going to need some more lube during the whole thing. So I would then hit you up, come back with the slide. So that's the best thing for butt stuff. Let me see. I talked about this earlier. What is the best product that you have to help me sleep so I won't wake up during the night? Definitely the PM gummies. Like I said, I like to smoke to fall asleep, but to stay asleep, the gummies are going to be your best bet, in my opinion, because you're going to take the gummies, you're going to eat it, it's going to be metabolized, it's going to be going through your body. Also the tinctures, but I just like the gummies before bed. And it's going to last a lot longer. It's going to have a longer onset. So that's why I smoke to fall asleep, because you'll feel that within a few minutes. But the gummies could take, an hour or so to feel. But that's going to be working longer. So that's still going to be, the effects are still going to be good when it comes to, 2:00 in the morning. The CBD is still going to be working. So that's what I suggest for that. Next question was, what lube is better, the wet or the slide? Personal preference, and really what you want to use it for. If you want to have marathon sex, I would definitely go with the slide, because the oil base is going to last longer. The wet is water based. You're going to have to apply it more often. So, and depending also what type of toys you're going to use, whether you want it to be easier to clean up. So it's a lot of different factors. All of the information is on the products. The product pages has more information, or you could write me and give me, because it helps sometimes if I have exactly what you're going to be doing with it. What you going to be doing? Anal sex, vaginal sex, using toys. You're having painful. It helps me to know exactly what you're going to be using for. Next person said, will the wet lube irritate me? A lot of water-based lubes I have problems with. That's common. So water-based lube, water itself is not slippery. It doesn't have no glide to its water. So you have to add stuff to it to make it slippery and slidey. And most of the time, it's the additives that irritate some women. I know lots of women that could use the cheapest of the cheapest water-based lube and don't have no problems. That's me. I think I have an iron coochie. I can use anything. I never have any problems with any lube. And it's some people that, have to use very certain types of lubes. They have to read all the ingredients and find out. The wet lube is definitely natural, all natural. But I can't guarantee that it's not going to give you specifically any problems. You just have to try it and see. I do have a small, my favorite bundle is either the Get Your Feet Wet bundle or the Slippery When Wet bundle. So you get a spark arousal oil, you get 2-ounce bottle, the massage oil, and then you get a 1-ounce bottle of either the wet lubricant or the slide lubricant. So either water-based or oil-based. So you could try it. And that's a way that you can try. This is like the power trio in the bedroom with CBD. So this is a good bundle. So you could try all the things. And then once you love all of it, then you could buy the full size amounts. But I would say try it and see. It definitely doesn't have a lot of the stronger additives, like let's say in the KY jelly. It's super cheap, but it has very super cheap additives in it to make it slidey and slippery. So I would just try it and see. Did I have any other questions that I didn't answer? Oh, one way. Are you gonna have anything on sale tonight? Like I said, the code is everything's on sale. Everything on the whole website is on sale just for tonight with code She's Live. So those are the questions, and I answered some of the questions during the talk. Oh, I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes. Child. So I definitely going to put these time breaks up there so you can see. So if you're watching a replay, you can go to exactly where these key points are that you want to look at. But if there aren't any other questions, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listen to me ramble on and on and on about my CBD products. I really believe in all these products. I use all these products. I'm really prideful of how many people that my products have helped. Every time somebody writes me, leaves a review and says how it's changed their life, I just know I'm doing the right thing. Even though I get tired, I don't want to post on social media. I just want to post something to say, buy my shit. But you can't do that. You can't post that on social media. You have to do all the other stuff. So, but thanks for tuning in. I hope you tried something. I hope if you have tried something, leave me a review. Let me know how you liked it. And until next sign up for my email list. I'm going to announce the topics. If you don't, because sometimes on Instagram, you don't get to see all the things. On Facebook, you don't get to see all the things. But if you sign up for my email list, then you'll make sure you'll see all the things. Go to my website, thenoirleaf.com. And it's a pop-up box will pop up and you can subscribe to the email list and you'll see the topic every week of what I'm going to talk about on Thursday nights. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see y'all around in these internet streets. Toodles!